Hey guys, this is my Q&A video for Tumblr. I put out an ask over the last night and got a fair few questions back, so if the camera allows it, I'll try and get them all done in this video. The first one I got was an anonymous question saying, what bands do I consider to be really important to the metal genre? And to answer that, really, it's based on really what type of metal you're into. Like for death metal, I definitely recommend like Morbid Angel, Deicide, Obituary, Suffocation. For black metal, like Immortal, Mayhem, 1349, Dark Throne, Thrash. You know, you got like the big four obviously, but I recommend like Warbringer, Exodus, and a lot of the other new wave thrash bands. And then you've got your obvious ones like Iron Maiden and all that. And then the LSP333 sent me a few questions saying what was the best band I've ever seen live. And again, it is a really fucking hard question, but I guess I have to say AC/DC, really, because they put on such a phenomenal stage performance, and it really was so atmospheric. And what was the worst band I've seen? Again, that list is pretty big as well, but it would probably have to be like Black Veil Brides. They were absolutely shocking. I can't really think of a worse band than I've seen. She also asked, who do I still want to see? And again, it is a really, really long list. The top of it though is like Carcass, Bolt Thrower, Sodom, Anthrax, and a few other bands as well. Who do I never want to see again? Black Veil Bride, Brim of the Horizon, and basically all that post-hardcore stuff as well. And the last one, if I could only see one band for the rest of my life, who would I pick? And that really is a fucking hard question. I really had to think about this, but it would probably have to be Iron Maiden, just based on the amount of albums that band has put out, and every single album is phenomenal, and I could just never get bored of hearing their tunes. And then 20-something Cynic asked me what album am I most looking forward to this year, and well, I've already heard Resolution and the new Elevati album. I can't really pronounce it. It's Helviatus or whatever it's called. So what's left to come up? There's the new Creator album, new Municipal Waste album. I think there's a new Obituary album, new Dying Fetus record. It would probably have to be the Municipal Waste's new album. I can't remember the title of it, but if it's as good as the last albums, it'll be phenomenal, and hopefully that'll mean they'll tour on a few festival dates, as I've not had the chance to see them yet. Then Genocide 1944 asked me what band has helped me the most in 2011, and that is also a very difficult question. I have to say probably Insomnium, because it was the start of 2011 I really did kind of develop my taste in melodic death metal, and when I found that band I just had them on repeat constantly, and they really have become like one of my most favourite and loved bands. And then she asked if I've listened to it, which she assumed that I have, what do I think of the new Lamb of God album? And well, Resolution is a fucking brilliant album. I'll probably do a full review on it, doing it track by track, but as a brief summary, it's different in ways, but to be honest, I think that's what makes it so good. I mean, if you listen to songs like King Me, the fact they've got a fucking orchestra in it just shows how developed Lamb of God have become, and it is still a Lamb of God album, but I am absolutely buzzing to hear some songs off that album live when they tour, not just do download. Then she asked, which band am I most looking forward to seeing at Bloodstock this year? As the lineup stands, either Nile, Deicide or Behemoth. I've already seen Behemoth before, but they're bringing fucking pyro. It's going to be absolutely incredible, and Deicide and Nile should be some of the best bands of the weekend. And then she asked the same question as the LSP about the band listening to the rest of my life, so I've already answered that. Then Violently Sit asked me what do I think of the new Elevati and Lamb of God album. I've already just mentioned Resolution, so I'll talk briefly on the new Elevate album. It's brilliant. Like, I had really high hopes for it, and it really has lived up to it. Alicia is probably the best song off it. Meet the Enemy is also very good, but my god, what an album! It is quite a development. It's still very similar sounding. You know, it's an Elevate album, but it's brilliant, and I do recommend it to everyone. And then Genocide 1944 returns with more questions. If I had to choose one band to see for the whole year, who would it be? And based on current kind of obsessions, probably Testament. I'm listening to a hell of a lot of Testament recently, and if they get booked for Bloodstock, then I will probably be on a binge of them all year, as they are probably one of Thrash's best bands. And then, if I could meet any band, who would they be? I have met a fair few people over the last couple of years, but I still haven't met Lamb of God, and from what I've heard of people, they are really, really fucking nice guys, and considering the fact they were one of the most influential metal bands to me, that really broadened my taste and really got me into metal, I'd love to meet them. I would say they are definitely some of my idols. And then Commiserate asked me what was the first band I got properly into, and it's probably back in the day, Bowling for Soup, really. Completely different to what I listen to now, but it was more the fact that was kind of like the first band I'd found on my own and properly gotten into, and seeing live and meeting them as well was really, really good. That's all for now. Feel free to send more questions, and when I can be fucked I'll make another video, but for now, see you later.